actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
true.
fine, don't
So,
Nailed it. Just to get us started. Nice.
Yeah, the recording is started with.
Exactly. We gotta bring a camp for every recording session. We do it anyway.
Oh right.
Okay, so you can either make a character from a character sheet, or you can answer some questions, and it will pick your answers. And...
What's better?
Here's the thing: do you know anything about World of Darkness
No.
tabletop?
No.
Then probably aren't. I mean, you if you do the questions, it will roll off the character, but then you can go back and change everything. So if you want, you can
Problem
just
solved.
check over the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Yes. Oh, please run with this.
Okay. Have I memed myself?
No, it's not as bad as it could have been.
I don't know.
Partially memed yourself, but you may enjoy the memeing.
Sweet Jesus.
Okay,
Jeez.
I can explain all
Am
this
I
to
allowed
you.
stats? Am I
Alright.
deformed?
just skip
Only
those. I'll
slightly.
explain it to you. So this is basically setting up what you can do, and your powers. So I'll explain this because it'll be quicker than reading it. So humanity here is basically how humane you still are as a vampire. The higher it is, the more normal. Like you'll get more.
That's how good you are.
Like you'll get more like understanding feelings kind of lines, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. So you're more compassionate. The less it is, the more you'll treat everyone like shit, and you'll frenzy out, which Michael's got more experience of frenzying than I do, so you probably have to ask that.
Accidentally.
That's actually more than me.
So frenzy is you lose control of your character. Basically, it goes in a self-preservation mode.
Yeah.
Which might get you in trouble because you'll be doing dumb vampire things when you don't want to be seen as a vampire.
True.
Yep.
True.
But you're Nosferatu anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you frenzy out of the sewers. You just
Oh, okay.
start gorging rats, I guess.
Speaking of, so the reason why that's important is there's a thing called the Masquerade, which is hiding the supernatural from the natural.
Yeah.
So you have 5 strikes and then you're out, kind of thing.
Okay.
So basically what it needs to do is you need to hide the fact you're a vampire from people who have no business knowing about it.
Yep.
So you can see if something happened, you've got 5 chances, and there's ways to get Masquerade points back.
They're pretty common too.
Yeah. So it's only if you really start waving your ass around in the middle of nowhere.
Gotcha.
Being an Nosferatu, though, if you
That's
wave your
actually
ass
relevant.
anywhere.
Oh, okay. So there's no real benefit to.
So I'll jump back to base for a second before.
Yeah.
This is all your stuff, like your skills and your spells and whatever else. If you go back to the base, so this is what you are. That's you.
Jeez.
You're adorable. Yeah. So basically there's a bunch of clans. Nosferatu are very sneaky boys.
Yeah.
They're good at technology and they hide in basements and sewers. I'm not
It's
kidding,
like,
by the
yeah.
way. So your gender. And I just realized we're not playing the patched version because there should be a backstory thing here. We might jump out for a sec.
Unless
1 second.
did not.
It is skulking about.
Okay, we're back with the actual updated version because this one will run better. So yeah, Michael was just explaining the clans
Can I see what the
here.
other clans look like?
Yeah.
So I picked the
You-
true homuncular.
Oh, yeah. So you picked the
Okay, being real, that's definitely the one I would have picked anyway.
it's
What's
yeah.
the female?
Like you
look
get
for that?
0
Not
seduction.
much different.
You basically look like some weird ass
okay.
S&M gremlin. Look at that.
Yikes.
You can go for whatever you
Mediocre
want.
male, please. That's all I need to do.
Yep, that's all put in.
So I spec a lot into guns, but I haven't actually used them. I've just been using Brawl and everything.
That's a personal choice.
It's also cheaper.
I didn't spec much into guns, and I actually used them a fair amount.
Save my ammo for what it matters.
When will it matter though?
I don't know. I can't punch someone to death.
Let me show you something.
Yeah.
When did this game come out?
Right after Half-Life 2.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty old.
You got seduced by a Nosferatu. How do you feel?
If you take a look, they hide themselves because you had your person's old appearance there.
They made you up.
So they actually hide what they look like.
GG.
So I think you just got stabbed by my old character. Because they started adding
Good
your
evening.
character like, oh, New Game Plus characters to events.
My fellow kindred,
Yeah, that's him.
I My apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one.
This is a weenie.
We are here because the laws that bind our society,
one of the aristocrats
the
that
laws
have
that are
small
the
business.
fabric of our existence, have been broken. As prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to
Yeah, she
tonight
turned
I
back.
considered the
Ugh.
accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood. Forgive me. Let the penalty commence. Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most childer are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that
This is bullshit!
if Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish, I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the
Is he
same
wearing that
rights.
outfit before or after?
No,
Don't
he
say I
wasn't. He
am
just like woke up
unsympathetic
with
to the
it.
plights and causes of this community.
She dressed you up.
I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost.
It would have been amazing if they were, though. Like, the human model still had it. It's just like, what the heck were you doing?
Your sire, tragic, my apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive. When someone,
Beautiful.
anyone breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity,
He looks
but
like
the
he wants to be
opportunity
wearing that.
Oh,
to
yeah.
transcend the fate woven by your sire.
So he's responsible for what happens
This
in your actions
is your
next.
trial.
So that massive
You will be brought
wave
to
of
Santa
debt
Monica.
that's going to be coming
There, you will
around
meet an
soon.
agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
True.
Not gonna lie, I don't think the Nosferatu hide from what they've become. They can't. Alright, so yeah, mostly controls like a normal first-person game. You just hit Z for toggling first and third-person view, depending on how you prefer it.
What a scene, man. Hoo-wee. Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, kiddo, this is probably a lot for you to take in, so, why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say? I'm Jack. What's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay? Till then, I got about this much time. You in or out?
You just go through it. I tried skipping it once. You miss
why
out
don't
on some
we,
XP, and
step
most
out
importantly,
back
the
here?
lockpick. You need to pick locks. So
There's one later, but it was much later.
Now you can get it
Stuff in
from
there,
the
This
pawn
is
shop
much
at the
better.
start for
Okay.
$100.
We ain't got much time.
I found one
but I figured
around.
somebody should
So,
fill you in on
it's
the bare
better
bones
just
stuff
doing
at
this.
least, you know. Could save your hide. You
Also
look
Jack.
wobbly. You even
Jack
had
is
a
the
drink
best
yet?
character in this game.
Oh man, we're popping a cherry here. Ah, you're gonna love this. All right, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne. Blood, your new fucking heroin, kid. Get ready though, cause hey, it's never as sweet as the first time. Well, down around the corner there, I saw this human. Poor SOB can't find his car.
Love is love.
All right. You go down there, casual like. You creep up on him, then bare those little fangs and feed. Don't worry if you weren't captain of the wrestling team or something, because it'll come so naturally you think you've done it 1,000 times already. Forget that comic book crap, kid. It don't work
Making an
that
army
way.
of vampires and
Now
taking over
go
the world?
for it. Be sure though, and this is important, so listen up. Be sure not to drain them dry, okay? It might be hard to resist, but don't kill them.
Yep, so on your right's your blood.
Cool.
When they get slow, you might frenzy, so try to keep it not low.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, so if you look on the left, there, it's not going to matter too much. Sorry, you're on your left of your
Oh,
screen.
right.
That little bar that's popped up is your light level, so you're easier to see in light. So right now it's maximum dark. And the number at the top is how likely are to see you if they look directly at you.
Once
if
it
you-
hits 100,
yeah.
it's a problem, but until then, it's not.
But if you're behind them, for example, let's say 100, because if they turn around, they will see you. But
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, hit F to start feeding, hit F to stop feeding. Try not to eat them.
So just don't let it get to the bottom.
Or do and just roll with it. So yeah, unless they're an enemy, they'll be stunned for for a bit after that, so you don't need to worry about them like seeing you or anything.
Is there an enemy or feel like in active combat?
Might be active combat.
Just sneaking around and like feed on something for a
Hell
second.
yeah, you're feeling it.
Because my
I can
character had
see
a lot
it
of
in your
strength, so
eyes. You're
the
a
more
born
strength you
again
have and the
predator.
more melee
Feeling
like
that
roll,
blood bubbling inside
you
you,
can
lifting you up.
force feed on
That's
people
it,
during
kid.
a combat
That's what it's
situation, which is a
all
good way to
about
fill
right
with blood.
there.
It's also
Okay.
an easy way to kill them.
Yeah, which is really good for a mage because they spend a lot of blood casting stuff.
Wait, okay.
You want to be a superhero or what?
Sure.
Super strong.
All right, now, you got the blood, you're feeling all kick-ass, feeling better than your best day living, but wait, it gets better. All kindred, that's our word for vampire. All kindred have a few things in common. Things that set them right square above humans on the food chain.
The answer is not shotgun.
Like sharper senses, a body that can take a beating, and if you play your cards right, eternal life. That's no sure bet, but still, a chance at immortality's not a bad deal. And that's just for starters. Fringe benefits for joining the club. Well, you can still be destroyed, but forget the books and the movies. Garlic, it's worthless. A cross? Pfft, shove it right up their ass. A stake? Only if it catches you in the heart, and then it just paralyzes you. Running water? That's no problem. I bathe. Occasionally. Now, a shotgun blast to the head. Oh, that's trouble, boy. Fire? That's real trouble. Sunlight? Well, you catch a sunrise and it's all over, kiddo. Get it? Okay, now. The fuck is this? Get inside here, head upstairs. Meet up with me. I'm just gonna see what this is.
That's Michael's character just shooting on the block.
It's out of fun.
So now they're letting you in. You'll see a little symbol down the bottom for an interaction,
Oh, yeah.
and then hit E to interact.
So, am I able to collect stuff throughout the world? Or?
Some-
You will, but
little
it'll
bit.
be obvious what they are. Like they'll glow a
Inspection
little
will
bit.
highlight them as
Yeah.
well.
Level inspection.
Is that?
This is still the source engine, so
Yeah.
expect torrent things. Also, F5 to quick save, F9 quick load.
No, F. What? You
I-
change yours.
Yeah.
I keep hitting F5 every time.
See, to
It's like
avoid
throwing
that,
weapons or something?
I just, yeah. Yeah, so when the inspections highlighted the item that you can pick up over there.
Okay, yeah.
Otherwise, you can just look at an item and it will have like a pickup thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come down here. Stay away
That's
from
swag.
the windows. Oh, it's a Sabat raid. The Sabat, they're, Christ, I was hoping to spare you this shit till later.
Just vampire gangbang.
They're all about that anarchy.
Sabat, well, they're mostly mindless, bloodthirsty assholes. That's all you need to know for now, alright? The Sabat got wind of the gathering here, so they figured they'd raise a little hell and put a little heat on the new prince. No time for political rundown. Job one, get out of here alive. Sabat might be mindless, but they hit like a Mack truck, like raging savages.
So yeah, there's a bunch of things
Nothing
going on.
fledgling like you wants to mess with.
Thankfully, you don't need to know or care right now.
Back away.
So that's really a ability you're getting there.
Oh, yeah.
You are going down the inventory.
Just deploy. These things. Oh,
That's
right,
the
yeah.
insect swarm, yeah.
Dumb, frenzied Sabat bastards. Alright, we gotta vamoose out the back quick. I'll stay and keep a watch out. You get us into the office. The door's around the corner here.
So yeah, helpful getting your pile of quests whenever you need it. Hit C to go to your character sheet and I for inventory. Yeah, all you need to do is let it go. So basically it's, so you hit E when you start lockpicking.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
yeah. Completes it.
So it'll tell you what the lock difficulty was, and basically your lockpicking still needs to be equal. Now there are ways to actually buff your lockpicking, we'll go over that in a moment.
So it just teleports around?
Shortcut.
Teleport himself through the
Nicely
window.
done, though.
I smash.
Not exactly an angel in life, were you?
Do you have any moments?
Now, if you want a lesson on how really not to act, take notes from those Sabat assholes. You're a big bad vampire. Yeah, great, congrats. Now keep it to yourself. You go roar and you beat your chest, and that's what you could expect. It's the same reason you don't let humans see you feeding. It's why the wolf doesn't want the sheep to know he's there. It's also why you don't go juggling dumpsters or outrun the 815 from Sacramento, and it's why you didn't know any of this when you woke up this morning. Keep our secret secret, and you make things easier on all of us. We're living in the age of cell phone cameras. Fuck-ups ain't tolerated. Makes sense enough, right? Well, it ain't a casual thing for a fledgling like you. That party back there with the guy in the suit and the Magilla gorilla? The assholes that put your sire to death? That's the Camarilla. They make a tidy business out of enforcing vampire laws like this one.
Is that what that meant?
The answer is no.
Yeah.
Good guy
I'll tell you
vampires?
what
They
I
don't
think some
exist.
other time, maybe. I like to let people form their own opinions. And you, my
nice
fugly
dude.
friend, are gonna have it extra hard. A little effort and the rest of us can blend in okay. And sighting your hideous ass hits the internet and it's all over. There's a reason most Nosferatu smell like the sewer. Figure it out. All right,
Really?
now don't worry, because I know the area. You know what? I'm glad we're in this situation, you and I. It illustrates a point. You gotta utilize your surroundings. You do what you gotta do. Theft, destruction of property,
I don't know
breaking
why I
and
felt
entering.
Nosferatu felt so
These
fitting
are the
when you
least
got
you'd
it.
sin before the night's out.
Oh man.
So look around here. We gotta get out the back there through that magnetically sealed door. There must be a key someplace.